3 of the sketches in the sketchbook are suggestive in nature. Here are the timestamps in case you want to skip it. Hey Musicans, so we're going to show you this MD notebook that I just filled out. Here's the front cover. This is the back cover, which looks a bit different from the last time I showed it to you in video because I got stickers on Friday, so that's that. Let's open this puppy up. Some stuff I kept, including the Vogue race card. And this was for my memo pad from 2025, so there's that. I always write stuff that indicates when I first started this sketchbook. Here's a checklist of stuff. Of course, it's Pixelator. This is my first traditional drawing in this sketchbook. My human version of spasmatism. My reference sheet for Pixelator and one for Revelator. And another one for spasmatism. Gender swap Pixelator. My Sona in her Synthy form. Redraw of a key visual from my story, The Half Ghost and the Chimera. As you can see, the bleeding was from coloring with Copics on this page. This was colored in Mildliner. More MD and their reference sheet or reference sheet whatever. Serenity for Windows Fan 2006. More Serenity in some interesting clothes. More Serenity and a little note I did and a little note I put in on this page. Revelator. There's a little sketch of Revelator without his lens. Esmeralda's redesign. A lot of Greater Syndica stuff for the cover for my second act of Gems of Rage, which is Welcome to Greater Syndica. These mini sketches. This was Amy, which I also drew for the cover. More mini sketches. Here's an acrostic I did of Vincent's name. And another one I did of Nixio. It's my human version of my own logo. Bert from Sam Jokes. Pixelator as an Autismal. Revelator and Pixelator together. Gender swap Revelator with a wedding dress and veil. Interesting poses, I guess. Body shapes. Revelator on paper. Just flip it. Some sketches I used for a new tile cover of mine. It's an English cover. Some of these sketches actually made it into a final video. Some didn't. This was stuff I did for my Pride special. More gender swap Pixelator this time. But as an Autismal. More Autismal Pixelator. Bert, I've said on my Pixiv I like this outfit better than the other one I did in 2025. So yeah, here's the color guide I made for myself. Some sketches for Primerge. This is Celeste. Her real name is Beryl. Bertus. I was going to do merge of him. I was too lazy to make it digital, so yeah. Fram. His logo. I didn't do the word mark. Asako. Here's her in her regular outfit. I was trying to do symbols for Asako, so I did Jack in the Box thingy. Another one. Eyes I drew with just pen. Mouths and blush types. My Terraria character's shimmer form. This is them as their civilian self. This is Mike's Hona's PNG tuber sprite. There's just little notes I wrote. I was going to give her a bun. Here's a note I wrote about the references I used for her outfit. More Windows Fan 2006 stuff. Primrose. Kathleen. I did some of his characters wearing summer clothes. Richard. Laura. Brianna. Some environments. The city. More city stuff including perspective. Another city. Just a forest. A house. More environments. This is a bedroom. This is an office cubicle. More city stuff. I really like cities. This was especially evident in my 2020 stuff. Just my Sona in her Cinti form. I made her tail really long. It's not that long in canon. The Panopticon. Revelator Bug. His gender swap version. Revelator Noir. And his gender swap version. An observational sketch I made of one of my MD notebooks. It's another one I did of my temporary MD notebook. Vincent. Milk carton drawing. Vincent again. More Vincent. I really don't like drawing ears on Revelator. I just find it utterly ridiculous. Revelator Teto. This is a redraw of a scene from the episode Revelator. But I replaced Ladybug with Revelator Bug. So that's that. Revelator with Kumi's features or Kumi with Revelator's features. Hatsune Miku or Revelator. Asako or Revelator. Another redraw. It's a redraw of one of his renders. Juice box. It's a camera city. Sushi house. This is the inside of the sushi house. Yeah, I stay really late doing this sketch and the other one. This is inspired by one of my D&D dice sets, even though I don't play D&D at all. Lots of hair. hand sketches done in pen, just like the hair sketches. More Camera City stuff. Just more upside down Camera City. This was the redraw I was talking about in my previous sketchbook tour. Like the one where I looked at my sketchbook from early 2022. Another redraw. Secret photo, but make it Kumi. Pixelator Kumi. Revelator Kumi. More Revelator Kumi. Revelator Teto. I'm planning on turning both these into stickers. I'm going to use Wookree to do it instead of Vograce, a comic I did out of Revelator Book's transformation sequence. Here's him throwing his yo-yo. Put Revelator on everything. I don't know what was going through my mind when I made this. Giant microbe stuff. Another giant microbes comic out of... Yeah. But it's this open Reddit meme. Alright, did Alf Giant Microbes version of Plague Inc.'s Neurax Worm. Something I drew for Tarinama's late birthday. More city stuff. Something related to friction and my first impressions of that software. This one's based directly on a poster for the movie version of Cujo by Stephen King, so that's that. My drawing of a spouting whale. I really liked how I shaded the whale's blue parts, but not really a fan of the text and how I did it. Pixelator, because of course, surreal-ish environment. I don't know what was going through my mind when I did this. Things, Ringland. That's why I wrote here. Bacillus City, because all the buildings in this sketch look like a bacillus. Speaking of bacillus, we're almost reaching the end of the sketchbook. As you can see, I was going to draw Giant Microbes version of the rabies virus, but I decided to replace it with another microbe. Bacillus cereus. And that's it. Hope to see you guys next time.